Okay, it's finally time to put the harmonic balancer on the engine. Kind of excited about this, especially that I managed to restore mine. Looks pretty good, but let's get this on there. So just quickly, the pan is on, the timing chain cover is on, and I split the difference in the torque settings for them. And the reason I particularly do that is to allow myself someplace to go should a small leak develop, right? If you go to the max torque, then you kind of removing that ability to do that, or now you begin to over tighten it to try to compensate for the leak. So for me, at least, that seems to work for me. I feel comfortable that if I see a small leak, I still got more to go. But we'll see. Anyways, back to the issue at hand. So I think this is called the Woodruff keyway. I think that's the name of it. But I'll zoom you in. I'm going to go ahead and install my balancer. But let me get you in tighter. Probably a good idea to have your tools ready, torque wrench, the bolt that you're going to use. I have a tendency to wait till the last minute to get that set up. But all right, here we go. We'll align the keyway. I have a little grease on mine. Actually, you know what? There's grease in here already in the new one. In the new seal that I got, it's kind of pre-greased. Inside, this is kind of oily. It has a oily film on it already. And same thing with the inner of my balancer. It kind of has a little bit of oil on it, just residual. I wasn't going to clean it off like with brake clean or whatever. So I didn't add any additional lube. I felt the lube that it has on it, the oily film on it is sufficient. And this gets pressed in again. And prior to you putting this on, it's probably a good idea to chase the crank hole, make sure it's clean, you know, so that at the very least, you know, when you initially thread it, it goes in smooth. So when you're bringing it in, you're comfortable with that. Alrighty, let's get this started. So let me see, maybe a good idea here. Let's see. There you go. There you go. All right, you kind of get it on there first. All right, and all right, the timing marker looks like it's close, but it's fine. This is the original that was already on the engine, so I'm comfortable with that. This tool, let's see. I'm just kind of wiggling it in first a little bit. All right, let's see. Oh, I got this all done. Yeah, you want to make sure of that. Okay. Don't do what I'm doing. You want to support it. You don't want that to fall. Alrighty. Don't do. I always say, don't do what I'm doing. You do it the right way. There we go. Now, one of the things, with these installers, this is a harmonic balance installer, right? This is a bearing, and it's special. This is 7/16 bolt. The other one's a 3/8 bolt, I believe it is. You know, generally for the small block Chevy and the big block Chevys. So you get one specific to your engine. But, you know, you don't want to bottom it out on the crank. So you turn it as much as it'll go. And then when you feel it get to, you know, towards the end of the crank, you want to pull it back a little bit because you don't want that pressure around the crank. There you go. See, kind of bottomed out. So now, at least for myself, I like backing it up a little bit so it's not all the way at the end. So it has some place to go. Then you just tighten that. So you also need like a 5/8, I think there's a 5/8 socket and a crescent wrench for the big nut. But let me get that and I'll bring you back. Okay, so like I said, let me push it back a little bit. Don't do like me. Have your tools ready. All right. Now the reason you want to have the 5/8 on the nut that's here, if you can see that, it's because it's going to want to twist, turn the crank. So this gives you an opportunity to keep it steady while you drive in the balancer. All right. So there it goes. And it'll go straightening out. There you go. It's already going in. You don't want to be banging on this. I'm not really putting any pressure here. I'm just counteracting the force that it wants to turn. So I don't know what's going on here, but let me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt this up just a fraction. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I might have bent it by accident. So let's see. I'll be right back. Okay. There it goes. That's all it needed. A little twist. Perfect. Alrighty. So let's continue. Naturally, it'll get more and more difficult, but it's going. See, now it's going into the seal. That's the reason it's getting more difficult, but there it is. It's going in. Yep. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue this, and I'll bring you back once it's complete. Okay, this is just about done. I think I'm seated all the way. If anything, I'm really close, maybe 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, but I think I'm seated. You'll know definitely when you put your like your pump and your pulleys, your accessories. If it's out of alignment, because these are set. If it's out of alignment, you got to go in a little further. So, but I think I'm just about there. So I'm going to call this good. So let's just take these off. So look, it's good to have yourself the proper tools. This is an installer. You need like a 5/8 wrench. Most of these are basically the same. And a crescent. Make no mistake about it, it does get tough. And, you might want to grease it, right? Keep it greased so that the tendency is less to spin the crank. All right. So, but you need the proper tools. Don't try to bang it in, say, with your crank bolt. It'll be a big mistake if you did that. It'll break inside there. Don't try to use the bolt to drive it in, because you end up snapping this, and then you got to drill it out of your crank. You got a whole nother problem. So that's not the way. $10, $10 or $15, get the proper tool, and you'll be okay. So this is just again, it's a bearing, two sides, a 3/8 bolt, and a 7/16 bolt. If you have a big block, I believe it is. It's indisposable. All right. And then, yeah, I'm calling this good. I'll put my bolt in and torque the spec. All right, guys, that's just bolting it in. All right. One of the things I do want to point out is that the distance between the outermost surface of your harmonic balancer and the machine surface of the block, typically around this bolted area here, at least according to Summit and other places, should measure about 3 inches. So let's see where we're at. So I'm going to put my right at the balance at the top right there. And if you could see that, it's kind of exactly where I'm at 3 inches. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty close right there. It's almost exactly 3 inches. So you know, because your balancer will bottom out, or it gets, you can't possibly push it any further. At least that's how it felt across to me. So there it is again, you know, around 3 inches, guys. All right. But check yours to be certain that in your case, it's exactly the same. You're going to know when you put the, the accessories on, and whether or not the pulleys line up, where you need any shimming, whether it still has to go in or out in your application.